did games with me for years, and he said, hey, George, if we're tired, they're tired.
Yeah.
So let's just hope Pistons aren't as tired as I feel right now. The opening tip won by the Raptors. George and Greg here courtside with our statistician Joe Abramson and stage manager Chuck Fair. As Toronto goes inside to Ingram, and Pirtle has the ball knocked out of bounds by Jalen Duren. Shot clock's at 9.
And available as long as you can.
Scotty Barnes with a dish to Walter, who misses, and the Pistons get a chance to score first. Assar against Walter. JD against Pirtle to the basket. Left hands it up and in, off the glass. JD doing what he does best. Raptors to Barrett, misses from the corner. Now a Jalen Duren rebound. A dish ahead to Tobias. Danis Jenkins, who's been so good as a starter, gives it up to Assar Thompson. Tobias with the clock at 9 to the baseline. Fires, it's going to come up short. Rebound Raptors. RJ Barrett boards it. Barrett still has it. Scotty Barnes gives to Pirtle, clock at 12. Pirtle trying to go to the baseline. JD shut him off there. Barrett with the clock at 4. Pirtle with the clock at 3. A little soft hook, but it comes off the heel to Duncan Robinson. Pistons up 2-zip and with it here, just underway in downtown Detroit. Assar in the lane. Lost the handle in the first share in Toronto. He's done a nice job. We know what kind of job J.B. Bickerstaff has done. Backing into Assar. Turns, fires, it's off the heel. Raptors rebound. Barrett. Forecourt to Scotty Barnes. Pass on top to Ingram. Missed from the wing for Jacoby Walter. And Danis brings it to forecourt. Still just 2-zip Pistons. We've played down to inside 9 minutes. Jalen Duren against Pirtle. Off to Duncan Robinson. Three-point gun won't go, but a foul. And he missed the first. StockX shows us it on the 20 lead. And a 52-point win over a solid Orlando team. Pirtle got one.
So that wasn't a misprint when I saw it?
Wasn't that amazing?
I
thought, did Orlando play everybody?
That's crazy.
Duncan Robinson, sideline 3, won't go through. Pirtle with a rebound. Scotty Barnes to forecourt. Deep to Barrett.
Scoring a field goal. However, they trail by only 3.
Yeah, they're 0 for 5. Pistons 1 out of 4. Duncan Robinson in the lane. Deep for Assar, pass batted away. Nice play by Walter. To the basket at that shooting spot.
You know, they sort of remind you of, on defense, you can take Assar Thompson.
1 for 2 at the line. Here comes Assar in a hurry to forecourt, but the Raptors get back. Bounce inside to JD over Pirtle, hits it, bump.
Field goal percentage.
Done a great job at the stripe lately as well. JD now with 5 as the free throw goes. 7-2 Pistons here on a back-to-back after a long night in Oklahoma City that went to overtime last night. Pirtle hands to Ingram. Jacoby Walter trying to inbound. Tony Brothers much more manageable. Brandon Ingram trying to use that length in the lane. Hooks a pass into the corner. By himself and missing was Barnes. Pistons boarded Assar to forecourt.
So it's going to be 4 minutes eventually for the Raptors before they score a field goal.
JD off the high glass, and he has 7. It's 9-3.
He's got all the Pistons field goals.
Barnes for the Raptors. Right corners to Walter. Back in front to Scotty Barnes. Missed the shot off the window. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons.
This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible, folks.
They're nothing for 8 out of the gate. This is the team that went on a 31-0 run against Orlando in their last game and won by 52. Danish Jenkins backs up against Barnes. Whoop, stripped by Walter. Walter to forecourt. Snaps the pass to R.J. Barrett. Barrett in a crowd. Finds Ingram. Open gun won't go. Asar ahead to Tobias. Tobias backs on Barrett. Basket cut by J.D. Got the pass up and in. And with 7:05
fighting, what better way to get him going, George and Greg?
Togetherness. You can see it. Raptors out of the timeout, trying to get their first hoop. Ingram surrounded inside and can't score.
They're going to have to wait.
They put Jamal Shed in the game in the backcourt. Danish Jenkins snaps the pass to Asar. Tobias with the clock at 10. Works against Ingram. Barrett comes to double, pass in front to Asar. Deep on the wing to Danis, long gun, no. Rebound, Jalen Duren. Back up and in.
Right now, he's just strong. Stronger than anybody else out there on the court. He's got all the field goals in this game, either team.
Nobody else in the building has a field goal. Another miss for the Raptors.
The downtown area, for that matter.
From Ingram. Tobias from the corner, that won't fall. R.J. Barrett with a rebound. Halfway through the first, Pistons lead 13-3. Barrett to the basket, off the glass, in and out, another Raptor miss.
Georgia, they're gonna get a field goal in the quarter.
Yes. Duncan Robinson with a miss from distance. But it'll be a frustrating quarter. Right now, they're nothing for 10. Barrett on a drive, thought about a tough shot. Both free throws fall for Barrett. Colin Murray-Boyles is in the game for the Raptors. The Raptors get a takeaway. Barrett draws a foul.
Well, still won't get a field goal. You probably should be trailing by more than 6 points.
You're right. And that's all it is right now, 13-7. Karis LeVert in the ball game for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, blindside swipe by Barrett. Barrett to the basket, lays it up, lays it in. That's their first hoop on a steal and scoop and score.
Get it off a turnover too, which is what they do,
yep.
folks.
It's their MO. Here's Danish Jenkins to the lane. Floating gun from in front falls. And there's a whistle.
You ever heard of weed and arsenic? There he is. Jalen Duren, a much-deserved rest here.
Danis makes the and one free throw. So it's 16-9 Pistons, 4.5 to play in the first. Ingram rises and guns and it goes. At 6'8", getting those arms up in the air. You can't do much with that shot, and he has a nice touch. Kevin Huerter into Paul Reed. Paul off the glass and good.
In terms of traveling, that did get called.
Chad inside. Murray-Boyles, who is 6'7" and 245. Top 10 pick out of South Carolina. Got the big-time jam. 16-13 now. Paul Reed hands to Danis. Danis deep to Paul. Use that body, put it on the rim, it didn't drop.
I think by feeling the body of Boyle, what threw that shot off for Paul Reed, who's good with his left hand.
Kevin Huerter, top side, passes on the shot, dumps it down to J.D. I don't think he saw the pass coming. Raptors take it away. Huerter gets a bunny on the other end.
Didn't see that pass coming either. That was a quick hitter by the Raptors on the run, on the move.
26-22 Pistons. J.D. against Pirtle. Shovels the ball to Karis LeVert. Working against Barnes. On top to Javonte Green, clock at 6 for JD. Deeper to Levert, what a pass. Nice finish by Karras.
Well, you gotta like the cutting. It was Karras who benefited from a cut from Marcus Sasser. That time, his cut helped Jalen Duren, so good movement without the ball.
Barrett with the basketball for Toronto. Off to Scotty Barnes. Back topside to Barrett, missed the three. Pirtle with a rebound. R.J. Barrett on the baseline. Tried to find timeline of Javonte Green, trying to wrestle the ball away and getting it done. The Raptors.
Toronto has scored 17 points, folks. They're making max use.
Now in Scott, percent of his 8. Dauber shot .906 during his span back in that year. Pirtle to the back, spins inside, scoops short. Barrett ends up with the basketball. Amokelashvili deep for Pirtle. Pistons take it away. Jalen Duren on the run. Jalen Duren flips it up, fills it up. Good ball movement for the Raptors right now. Shed's pass though, swiped by Herter. Taken back by Jacoby Walter. Amokelashvili misses. Pirtle hands it off to Barrett. Goes to Ingram. The turn and gun won't go. Tobias with the rebound. Ingram in a good spot but missed. Pistons move that ball to Tobias. Clock's at 10. Now Javonte Green drives Shed. Clock's at 5. Danis with a long three and it's through. Call that a long gun for sure. Danis now with 6 and the Pistons lead by 7.
When you see the double coming, make your move or get the basketball up. I thought Javonte Green saw it early enough, ended up with an assist on the play.
Shed to the basket, hooks on the run off the high glass and hits it. And he went for a steal in backcourt on Danis Jenkins. It came closer than you'd think to getting it. JD dumps it deep to Tobias, who scores as JD often does, in close off glass. It's 40-33 Pistons. Ingram has to give it up. Jalen Duren's there. Ingram gets it back. JD still on it. Ingram to the baseline. Fall away. Fills it. Nice one-on-one move.
He's got that shot.
By Ingram.
Nice turnaround. He can do it over going right, going left. Either way, with the turnaround.
JD against Pirtle. Clock at 12. Backdoor cut by Danis. Iceman would have been proud. Dr. J.
Oh, yeah.
Larry Bird.
Dar King and John Drew and on.
Danis missed the shot, got the rebound. Shovels to Duncan Robinson. Behind the foul line of Paul Reed. He's bigger than Walter. He'll take him inside. And Walter, third team foul on the Raptors. The Pistons have 2. 5:48 to play in the half. Paul Reed against Murray Boyles. And down goes Shed. Danis is called for his second foul.
Shed's a bit of took the bump, fell, got the whistle. Another turnover for the Pistons.
That's what he has to do at 6 feet tall to make a difference in the NBA. Here's a shot. He's open. He missed it. Rebound Tobias. Tobias spins to the foul line. At the elbow, goes baseline to Paul Reed. Rainbow gun goes for Paul. His first hoop, believe it or not, but now the Pistons lead 42-35. Hoping for a minute for a shot, and knocking it down is A.J. Lawson and Duncan Robinson. That's a 4-bagger. Gregory predicted A.J. Lawson with the free throw. They score 4 and pull to within 42-39. Just under 5 to play in the half. Assar against Lawson. Paul Reed's pass down deep to Tobias. Assar gets it back and gives it back. Tobias from the corner fires as the buzzer sounds. It's off the iron. Rebound Raptors. Ingram has it on top. Little show and go move and a fall away, and he fills it up. He can feel it right now.
Sure.
Be careful of Brandon Ingram. Danis off to Assar. On the perimeter, Duncan Robinson. The rainbow three is through. Raptors rush it up, and it works out. Colin Murray Boyles with a score. 45-43. Pistons by just 2, just under 4 to play in the half. Paul Reed puts them up 4 with a jam. 47-43, 3:48 to play in the half.
Way to find the seam, hands ready. Paul Reed on the cut after the handoff. Toronto had no idea where he was.
Scotty Barnes to the basket. Missed it. Barnes at the line. First free throw is short. Gregory Kelser's back. So what does Greg do all summer? Well, that's one of the things he does all summer.
Certainly during the month of July.
Oh, it's inside for Assar on the lob. It got away. Barrett shovels to Jacoby Walter. Jumper, no. Rebound comes away to Danis. Danis Jenkins, the forecourt. Quick pass to Duncan Robinson. Corner bounce Tobias. He fires and fills it up. Pistons making plays now, and they lead 50-44.
That pass was perfect. It was perfect.
The corner puts the Pistons up 50-44. Raptors basketball. Barrett to the corner. Miss from there. From Murray Boyles, and the Pistons counter with a jam from JD.
Well, you keep finding Pirtle lifted and helping and sort of playing rover. That time he paid for it. He was still out top, but JD was cutting lane to the basket.
Scotty Barnes is doubled. Pass